Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Guys, I'm going to share something with you today that I hadn't seen since, well, about 2001. 2001 I came down here. I am westbound, I am eastbound, Interstate 70, exit 47, just came through Grand Junction, Colorado. And boy, let me tell you, this is just as pretty as I remember it. I always remember this lake road right here, this river road. Oh man, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And, well, your boy got pulled in the inspection today at the Port of Authority, or Port of Entry. And they got me. And the thing is, I don't really know if my trip to Colorado was worth it or not. I don't know. One of my buddies told me, he said, you know, Colorado's gonna pull you in because you don't have the last 8 of your VIN on your passenger side. He said they use that VIN and their system is a quicker means for them to pull your credentials. He said, so they're gonna pull you in, so be ready for it. Get this mic up here. I said, all right, cool, I'm cool. I ain't worried about nothing like that. They can pull me in. And, well, not only did they pull me in, the officer, which gave me a full level 1, I'm talking about, yeah, it's one of those intense level 1s. I mean, he wanted my birthday, my social, my date of he already had that stuff. Well, he was very, very thorough, very, very, very thorough. To the point where I was like, Jesus, this man knows it all. Because, like, for example, he's like, so what you hauling? I said, I got a load of water. He said, oh, I didn't see a tanker endorsement on your license. I said, I don't need a tanker endorsement. It's just gallon jugs. He's like, oh, okay. Well, I thought I had you. I was like, oh, man. So that let me know. This guy's very, very thorough, very by the book. Super cool cat, though. I did cut up with him. And we had a good little time. But even still, I was at the Port of Entry, eastbound Colorado, for an hour and a half on a full level 1 inspection. He even broke in the truck, or the trailer. He broke my seal. And I told him, I said, hey, overlook my Mexicans in there, you know. I said, you know, down the hard, I got to do what I got to do. He just kind of looked over at me, spot. He said, easy now. But anyway, he proceeded and climbed up in the trailer and looked at it. I was like, oh man, it was a nice little inspection, man. I mean, it's very thorough, very, very thorough. More thorough than even what Nevada gave me a few years back. And I mean, I've been inspected a lot in Cali, and let me tell you, Cali's not that thorough. Cali, they got like a cookie cutter assembly line going on. They get you in and out, as long as you're good, in and out in 15 minutes. I ain't playing. I got documentation to prove it. In and out 15 minutes, as long as everything's good. Dude, I was good back there pretty much. I mean, he still got me on 4 violations, which I'm gonna dive into, which makes me think, I don't know if this Colorado trip was actually worth it. I really don't. Insurance liable to, I might just have to put my authority on hold and go lease on. Well, my GoPro cut off on me there for some reason. But yeah, I sit there and cut up with him about warrants, and he's like, you ain't got no warrants on you? I was like, well, that's questionable. That's really questionable, because there's a bar I was in down in San Antonio, and I was like, I don't know if they made me out. That's questionable, guys. I don't really know. Anyway, they got a laugh out of that. But the guy told me, he said, I pulled you in because I seen in the system you ain't had an inspection in over a year. I was like, no, I had one last year. I said I had 2 of them right back to back. One was a level 1. I can't remember which one. It was either Georgia or Mississippi one. And he said, well, you got an annual DOT inspection? Yes, I do. I was like, well, I got the one for 2017. He said, okay, moving on. like, I almost gonna cut to the chase. He got me on four different things. He didn't cite me, he didn't write me a ticket on any of them, but he still documented it. And with your authority, that's a lot. My insurance might go through the roof. Might not be able to afford what I'm doing. I might just have to lease on to somebody. So I don't, guys, I really don't know. Was this trip really worth it? I don't know. He asked me, do I have my EOD mounted? I said, no, I don't. I said, I really don't have a place on my dash to mount. I don't want to drill holes. I said, I really like my truck. I said, I know you're supposed to have them mounted. I said, hey, one of my buddies about a year ago, Tim Gurley, we had a chat about this. And he was telling me, dude, you need to mount that. You're going to get a violation, yada, yada, yada. I told him, I said, I ain't been bothered yet, so I ain't going to fool with it. I said, I don't want to drill holes in my truck. I like my truck. If I start having an issue with it, I will take care of it. But I have found a solution. There's a mount that bolts to the bottom of your seat. It comes up, and I can mount it there, kind of like a patrol car, how they have their laptops mounted. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of that. Tonight, I'm going to order it off Amazon. They're about $25. Boom, check, taken care of. Next thing, he said, do you have a record of duty status, an extra log page, or logbook, in case this EOD crashes? I said, yes, I do. So I tore my truck apart looking for it. And I promise, I had 2, possibly 3. But I think I accidentally pulled them out when I jerked all my other log books out before I went on, or right after, about 6 months after I went on EOD. I'm pretty sure I grabbed my extra log books. I'm pretty sure. But there's also a good probability that they're in the truck that I just can't find them. But anyway, he did note that, because, which I'm gonna take care of that. As soon as I get to a truck stop, I'm gonna grab me a couple extra log books. The next thing he got me for is 2 of my brake chamber airlines. They're turned in a way where they're touching. There's a little bit of wear there where they rub back and forth, but it's not really wore in. There's no indentation. It's just, they're just touching, which is a big no-no, because that will cause wear, because you lose an airline, and next thing you know, your brake's locking up while you're going down the road, which can be, it can be simple or it can be fatal. There's no telling. It's not a good thing. So I'm going to get a spacer and take care of that, which I thought I was just going to get my daggum channel locks and just turn them to where they don't touch, but I don't want to touch the airlines and take the chance of them getting a leak, and then I have to disassemble them, throw some more pipe thread on them, and lock them back down. So I'm probably I'm going to grab a spacer. I got to go to MHC when I get home and to fix my other truck issues. So I'll just get a spacer and fix that as soon as I get home. And that's 3. And the other is I haven't had an annual DOT in the last year, which I did have a DOT, a level 1. I had 2 of them last year. And I asked him, I said, I do have a question on this. I said, I was at Roadrunner. I said, and Roadrunner CSA score sucks. He said, oh yeah. I said, so the compliance department and safety at Roadrunner is real strenuous. I said, and they was real hard on the annual inspections and everything else. I said, and they would tell us, we need annual inspection, and we will, or a level 1 DOT inspection will suffice as one. And he said, well, not in Colorado. He said, I think there's some other states out there that still will honor a DOT inspection as an annual inspection. He said, but not Colorado. He said, actually, pretty recent, about a year ago, they put out an article about it. He said, so it's pretty new. I said, okay, duly noted. I did not know that. I said, but in the next day or 2, I will have an annual inspection. I said, trust me, I'm a man of my word. Give me your cell phone number. I will send you documentation. I said, because as you see on my record, I'm proved. I do not like inspection or violations. I do not like tickets, and I keep my stuff up. I said, everything that you got me for is simple, other than the EOD mounting, and I'm going to take care of that. I just didn't want to drill holes in my truck. And he even agreed. He said, I don't blame you. He said, I like my pickup truck. And I sure as heck don't want to drill holes in my dash. He said, but you got to do what you got to do. And I said, yeah, I agree. I said, I will take care of it. And he did say one of those floor mounts that bolts to the bottom of the seat, to the bolts. And he said that would work. He said, as long as it's right there facing you at glance. But it's got to be mounted. So, logbook, no logbook on the truck. The EOD is not mounted. I haven't had a quote. I got my air quotes here. An annual inspection in the last year, and those two airlines are touching. I don't know if this Colorado trip was worth it. But nonetheless, no sense in crying over spilt milk. It's done. It's in the past. Other than that, they did commend me on a solid operation. Clean truck, clean trailer, great brake adjustments. Everything is great. Everything. Just those little issues. And there is another issue that he advised and he just overlooked because he could tell it was fresh. And that's going to be in an upcoming video. That's what I'm going home to fix. So he said, I'm going to overlook this because I can tell it's fresh. And I believe you. Because I offered to show receipts to document and show proof of what I was telling him was accurate. And he said, I'm going to overlook this. He said, given that I see that this is fresh, he said, I'm going to overlook it. He said, if not, that's an automatic shutdown. So we'll touch on that in a coming video with owner-op life and what we go through. But yeah, guys, real stressful day. I got a lot on the plate. And, well, I just thought I'd like to share that with you and be candid with you and just open it up. And not only that, show you this awesome view. It's a good view for a hood time video. I got something cool to talk about. It's not great, but you know, it comes with the territory. I do feel sorry for one driver that was in there. I think he's African, didn't speak very good English, and he blew the scale. And let me tell you, port of entry, eastbound Colorado, don't blow that scale. Trooper escorted him back. And here's what's funny. While me and the officer is outside and he's checking out my truck, right as the guy pulls up at the exit right before on the eastbound side of the scale house, you can make a left there and come in a little service road to the back side of the scale. Well, the officer said, oh, there's that lime green truck. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, that guy right there blew the scale. He's being escorted. He's got a state trooper behind him. And he's like, you better turn left, dude. You better turn left. Anyway, the guy went straight, proceeded to get back on the interstate. So he failed instruction from the state trooper. And from that point, the guy that was DOT in my truck, he said, well, that's why you're going to get a ticket, buddy. He was told to take a left. So apparently, you know, they got comms, they got, you know, earpieces, they can hear everything's going on. And they're talking back and forth amongst each other with it. Anyway, it's about 20 minutes later, the guy finally, gets back on the interstate and keeps going up the interstate. And I laughed, I said, when's the next exit? He said, about 4 miles. It's about 20 minutes before that truck got back. By this time, I'm in the scale house there. We're going over stuff. He's going over my EOD, making sure I've been compliant. Everything was good there. He actually commented on, he said, I see drivers in here, he said, they go off duty for 10 hours, and then by 10:07, they're back on duty pre-tripping. I said, that's why I become an owner-operator. I said, I don't want to work that hard. I said, there's nothing for me to be on, my 10-hour break to be, 10, 12, 15 hours. I said, I like the time to park and Netflix and chill, you know what I mean? I said, I don't want to work that hard. I said, now, sometimes at 10 hours, we're inspecting and we're rolling. I said, but as long as I don't have to do that, I'm not going to. I like to drive at my own leisure, take my time. I get plenty of sleep, And he said, well, looking at your logbook, he said, I can tell you're telling the truth there. So anyway, the guy finally comes in, and he couldn't understand the word that the officers were saying to him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't know good English, you better be getting some Rosetta Stone or something, because they do not like that. And same would be said if I've been in another country that primary language is not English. I'm pretty sure the authorities over there would get aggravated with me if I couldn't understand them. So, Chris, Rolling Hills Trucking's calling me. I call you back, brother, man. But I can understand. So, learn English, guys. Learn English. It was kind of funny, but I felt bad for the boy because he was still there when I left. I don't know what they was doing. I know they was going to inspect him. And the guy told me, he said, you know, when someone blows the scales like that, he said, our first thing we're thinking is, what are you hiding? Are you drowsy? Are you over your hours? Are you needing to sleep? What are you focusing on to where you miss a scale? And we're going to bring you back in here, and not only we're going to cite you a ticket, we're going to inspect you and find out if you are hiding something, and find out why you blew the scale. I said, well, I can't really say nothing. I blew a scale a time or two. I said, it was an honest accident. I said, I'm daydreaming, sightseeing, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, snap, there goes the scale. I said, it's happened a couple times. I said, I've never been chased down. I said, but never nothing to hide. I said, honestly, I just wasn't paying attention to the scale. He said, well, don't do that around here, because we will come get you and turn you around and come back, and you're going to go through this all over again. I said, well, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't have nothing to hide. But anyways, guys, your boy got violations today. I didn't get cited. I didn't get rolled up, but it still is going to show up on my DOT number. And, well, let's just hope I can afford insurance next year. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And in Colorado, this is just a PSA to Colorado. If I can't afford my insurance next year, and I have to lease to somebody, I will go down to my dying day blaming you for it. I know it's my fault, but, you know, I still blame you. You know, that's what we do. We point the blame somewhere else. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the rant. Hope you enjoyed the hood time of this awesome Colorado scenery. And we will catch you in the next video. See you, bye.